Welcome back to Rare Lincoln Penny Coins, the home of coin lovers, collectors, and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in American history, the 1981 Lincoln penny. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary cent, but some of these coins are worth hundreds of dollars, and even up to $787.99 or more, depending on their condition, variety, and mint mark. So stay tuned till the end, because by the time you finish this video, you might just find a small fortune sitting in your pocket change. The history of the Lincoln PNNY. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909, to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It replaced the old Indian head cent, and ever since then, the Lincoln penny has become one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin originally featured his initials, VDB, on the reverse side, something that caused a huge public reaction back in 1909. Over the years, the Lincoln penny went through several design and material changes, and 1981 marked one of the final years of the copper-based pennies before the U.S. Mint switched to a cheaper composition. The big change: copper 2s in 1982, the U.S. Mint made a major decision to change the metal composition of the penny. Why? Because the cost of copper had gone up so much that it was becoming more expensive to make the coin than the coin's face value itself. But in 1981, every Lincoln penny was still made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, making it one of the last true copper era coins. That's why 1981 pennies are special. They're the last full copper issue before the metallic change. Collectors love them because of this historical importance. Mint locations and MRKs. The 1981 Lincoln penny was minted in several locations across the U.S. You'll find coins with the following mint marks: no mint mark, minted in Philadelphia, minted in Denver, minted in San Francisco. Each of these mint marks can greatly affect a coin's value, especially the proof coins from San Francisco, which were made with extra care and shine for collectors. The obverse side, front, features the portrait of Abraham Lincoln facing right. Above him are the words, "In God We Trust." To the left, liberty, and to the right, the year 1981. The reverse side shows the Lincoln Memorial, with the tiny statue of Lincoln visible in the center if you look closely. It also reads, United States of America, and E pluribus unum, with 1 cent at the bottom, simple, elegant, and filled with symbolism. Varieties of the 1981 PNNY. Now here's where things get interesting. There are actually two different varieties of the 1981 Lincoln penny, known as Type 1 and Type 2. Has a bold and filled S mint mark. Has a clear and sharp S mint mark, used later in 1981. Collectors pay a premium for the 1981 S Type 2 proof Lincoln cent, especially in high-grade conditions. Rare errors and mint mistakes. Some of the most valuable 1981 pennies are those with mint errors. Here are a few to look out for: double die obverse, DDO, doubling on the date or letters like Liberty, center strike, part of the design missing due to misalignment, die cracks or cuds, raised lines or blobs on the surface, clipped planchet, part of the coin's edge missing. These rare errors can push a simple 1-cent coin's value to hundreds of dollars or more. Grading and condation. Coin grading plays a massive role in determining value. A well-worn penny might only fetch a few cents, but a mint state, MS 65 or higher, coin can sell for hundreds. Grading services like PCGS or NGC can certify and encapsulate your coins, giving them authenticity and adding to their market price. Always remember, condition is king. Current market value. Now let's talk money, the part everyone loves. As of 2025, here's what collectors are paying for the 1981 Lincoln penny. Circulated condition 1 to 5 cents, uncirculated around $1, $5, MS 65 red up to $25 or more. 1981 S proof around $5, $201,981. S proof up to $150, $250. Rare mint errors or top grades can reach $787.99 or even higher. Yes, you heard that right. If you've got a perfect high grade or error coin, it could be worth hundreds of dollars. How to check your penny shares. How to start your treasure hunt. Gather all your old pennies, use a magnifying glass or phone zoom, check for mint marks, doubling, or shiny proof-like surfaces. Weigh your coin. It should be 3.11 grams if it's copper, real 1981. If it's lighter, it might be a 1982 zinc transition error, which is even more rare. Storage and PROTCTO. And if you find a valuable penny, never clean it. Cleaning can damage the surface and destroy the collector value. Store your coins in 2x2 holders, plastic flips, or coin albums. Keep them away from moisture and direct sunlight to preserve that original red shine. Why collectors love the 1981 PNN? Why collectors adore the 1981 penny? Because it's the last copper year and marks the end of an era. It's historical, it's affordable to start collecting, and it still hides big money surprises. Many coin enthusiasts start their collections right here. With the Lincoln Cent auction records and STRES. Did you know some 1981 pennies have sold at major auctions for hundreds of dollars? High-grade proofs, rare Type 2 coins, and double-die errors have all appeared in auctions, selling for eye-catching prices. Imagine finding one in your change. It's like striking copper gold. Tips for new coin hunters. If you're new to coin collecting, be patient, learn to spot details, use online communities and forums to compare your coins, watch videos here on rare Lincoln penny coins for expert tips and guides. The more you learn, the more valuable your discoveries will be. So, my friends, that's the incredible story of the 1981 Lincoln penny, a small coin with a big legacy. It's not just a piece of copper, it's a piece of American history. Check your coin jars, old wallets, or even those forgotten piggy banks. You never know, you might just have a penny worth $787.99 or more. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share it with other collectors. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss another video from rare Lincoln penny coins, where every coin tells a story, and some are worth a fortune. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep collecting, keep searching, and keep discovering treasures one penny at a time. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating story of one of the most talked about coins in modern U.S. history, the 1984 Lincoln penny. This tiny 1-cent coin, which most people think is worthless, could actually be worth hundreds of dollars, and in some rare cases, even close to $787.98 or more. So stay with me till the end, because I'll take you step by step through the history, minting errors, grading secrets, and current market value that make this penny a true hidden treasure. The beginning of the Lincoln penny. Let's start with a little history. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909, designed by Victor David Brenner, to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait, and since then, it's become one of the most collected coins in American history. Through the decades, small design changes have been made, but the penny has always carried Lincoln's proud face. The 1984 Lincoln penny, a special YR. Now let's focus on 1984. That year, millions of Lincoln cents were minted at the Denver Mint, marked with a small D mint mark right below the date. At first glance, the 1984 penny looks completely ordinary, but appearances can be deceiving. Some of these coins came out with incredible double-die errors and unique minting flaws that made them worth hundreds of times their face value. How these rare errors happen? You might be wondering, how does a 1-cent coin suddenly become worth nearly $800? The answer lies in the minting process. During production, a few dies, the metal stamps that strike the coin, got misaligned or doubled. This caused some coins to have doubled features, especially on Lincoln's ear, the date, or the lettering, like the words, Liberty, or, In God We Trust. These are known as double-die errors, and collectors go crazy for them. The famous EAR-VRAETY. The most famous 1984 penny error is the double ear variety. When you look closely at Lincoln's portrait on the obverse side, you'll see what looks like a second ear right behind the first one. This isn't a trick of the light, it's a true double-die error. The details of Lincoln's earlobe were struck twice, creating a raised image that collectors love to hunt for. How to identify the double EAR penny? Here's how you can spot this rare coin. Hold your 1984 or 1984 penny under a magnifying glass or coin microscope. Focus on Lincoln's ear. If you see two earlobes or a shadowed edge, congratulations, you might just be holding a rare double-die 1984 Lincoln cent, but be careful, not every slight blur is a true error. Only those with clear, raised doubling are considered valuable. Grading and condition. YITMATTRS coin collectors value not only the rarity but also the condition of the coin. A coin's condition is measured by a system called grading. A well-circulated coin might only be worth a few dollars, but if your coin is in mint state, MS 65 or higher, meaning it's shiny, uncirculated, and without scratches, it could be worth hundreds of dollars or even more. The current market value. Now let's talk money, the part everyone loves as of today. A 1984 D Lincoln penny in regular circulated condition may fetch around 10 cents to $1.00. But a certified double-ear variety graded by PCGS or NGC can sell for anywhere from $250 to $787.98. Depending on its grade and demand, some auctions have even reported sales of over $800 for flawless specimens. Collectors love this penny not just for its error but for its story. It's a perfect example of how something small, like a simple minting flaw, can turn into a piece of history and value. Finding one of these in your change feels like winning a tiny treasure hunt, a reminder that even in our pockets, history lives on. How to check your penny shares. A simple step-by-step way to check your 1984 D pennies. Get a magnifying glass or digital coin microscope, look at Lincoln's ear closely, check the mint mark D below the date, observe for any doubling on letters and numbers, compare your coin with pictures from trusted coin websites or coin grading services like PCGS. If it matches, don't spend it. Store it safely. Certifying your rare soon. If you think you found a 1984 D double-ear Lincoln penny, the next step is certification. Send it to a professional grading service such as PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. These organizations will verify its authenticity, grade it, and give you an official label, which increases the value dramatically. Besides the double ear, other 1984 errors can also be valuable: center strikes, die cracks or die breaks, broad strikes, clipped planchets. Even minor variations can sometimes bring in a surprising price at coin auctions. Historical importance. The 1984 D penny represents a turning point in modern U.S. minting history. It was one of the last years before major updates to minting technology reduced the number of double dies. That makes this penny not only valuable but historically important, a snapshot of the minting challenges of the early 1980s. Investing in rare pennies. Collecting rare Lincoln pennies isn't just a hobby, it's also an investment. The value of these coins tends to increase over time, especially when fewer high-quality examples exist. So if you find a rare 1984 D Lincoln cent, keep it safe, store it properly, and check auction results once in a while. You might be surprised how much it grows in value. Conclusion and call to action. And so there you have it, the full story of the 1984 D Lincoln penny, a coin that proves that even a single cent can be worth hundreds of dollars. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another episode from Rare Lincoln Penny Coins. We bring you the most detailed information about old coins, rare cents, hidden treasures, and market updates every week. Who knows, your next penny might just make you rich. Thanks for watching, and remember, always check your change, because treasures hide in plain sight. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most overlooked yet surprisingly valuable coins, the 1991 Lincoln penny. You might think it's just an ordinary 1 cent, but some of these tiny copper-plated zinc coins are selling for hundreds of dollars, even $787.97 and more. So grab your magnifying glass, because today we're going on a full coin journey. From the history of the Lincoln cent to its hidden secrets, rare errors, and the current market value. The birth of the Lincoln PNNY. The story of the Lincoln penny starts way back in 1909, when the United States Mint decided to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. This was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, a bold move for the time. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the coin proudly showed Lincoln's profile on the front, symbolizing honesty, unity, and the American spirit. Over the years, this penny has seen changes in metal composition, mint marks, and subtle design shifts, all of which make certain years extremely collectible. Enter the 1991 Lincoln PNNY. Fast forward to 1991, a year that didn't seem particularly special for coin collectors, until we started discovering rare varieties and minting errors that made some of these pennies worth a small fortune. The 1991 Lincoln penny was struck at 2 main mints, Philadelphia, Denver. Both versions can be found in circulation, but only a few hold the rare traits that make collectors go crazy. Metal composition and WEGHT. From 1982 onward, the Lincoln cent was made from 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating, a change from the earlier full copper coins. This means your 1991 penny should weigh about 2.5 grams. However, if you ever find one that weighs 3.1 grams, you may have discovered an off-metal error, meaning your coin was struck on an older copper planchet. That single difference can raise its value from 1 cent to hundreds of dollars. Rare errors. Look for coin errors make collectors go wild. For the 1991 Lincoln penny, keep your eyes open for double die obverse where Lincoln's face, letters, or date look doubled under magnification, die cracks or cut small raised lines or blobs where the die was damaged, center strikes where part of the design is missing or misaligned. Wrong planchet errors when the coin was accidentally struck on a dime or foreign coin blank. These are the types of errors that turn a penny into a gold mine. Identifying a true GM condition is everything in the coin world. A mint state, MS, 1991 penny, one that's never been used, can easily be worth $10 to $30. But if it has a rare error or is a proof coin in perfect condition, it can skyrocket in value. Some collectors have paid $787.97 or more for pristine examples verified by grading companies like PCGS or NGC. The story behind the value. Why are collectors paying so much? Because rare coins represent history you can hold in your hand. The 1991 penny marks the end of an era before many design and production shifts in the 1990s. It's also part of the Memorial Reverse series, which ran from 1959 to 2008, showing the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., a symbol of freedom and remembrance. Mint marks. That matter. Always check the small letter under the date on your penny. If you see AD, it was made in Denver. If there's no letter, it's from Philadelphia. Rare error varieties have been found from both mints, but 1991 D pennies tend to show more doubling and striking mistakes. Collectors love these small differences, and that's where the big money lies. How to check your PNNY? Grab a magnifying glass or a digital microscope, look closely at the word LIBRTY, the date, the phrase IN God we trust. If any of these look slightly doubled, misshaped, or stretched, you may have a double die. Then check the rim for uneven edges or cracks. These details can mean your penny is 1 in a million. Now, let's talk real numbers. While a normal 1991 penny in circulation is worth 1 cent, uncirculated examples can go for $10 to $25. Rare mint error versions have sold on auction sites like eBay and Heritage Auctions for $500 to $787.97, and sometimes even higher when graded professionally. In some special cases, collectors have reported prices nearing $1,000 for unique off-metal or double die examples. How to sell your rare PNNY? If you believe you found a rare coin, don't rush to spend it first. Get it professionally graded by services like PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service, NGC Numismatic Guarantee Company. Then, research recent sales to find out its market range, listed on trustworthy platforms like eBay, Etsy, or coin auction sites. Collectors pay a premium for authenticity and condition, so make sure your coin is verified. Common mistakes. Avoid. Many people make the mistake of cleaning their coins. Don't do it. Cleaning can remove the original mint luster and dramatically lower the value. Always handle your coins with clean hands or gloves, store them in a soft protective holder or flip to prevent scratches and damage. Hidden treasures in your CHNG. You never know where rare pennies might appear. People across America and around the world have found 1991 error coins in pocket change, parking meters, and old jars. Always check your pennies before spending them. That 1 cent could turn into nearly $800 or more just by looking closely. A message for collectors: collecting coins isn't just about money, it's about history, art, and discovery. Every Lincoln penny tells part of America's story. The 1991 edition connects us to a century-old tradition that began with Abraham Lincoln's face in 1909. So whether you're a beginner or an expert, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep those eyes sharp. Your next big find might be in your pocket right now. Conclusion and channel SIGN. And that wraps up today's episode on the 1991 rare Lincoln penny, worth up to $787.97 or even more. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Rare Lincoln Penny Coins for more deep dives into hidden treasures. We explore every coin, every mint mark, and every story, because here, Every penny counts. Until next time, keep collecting, stay curious, and always remember, the next fortune might be hiding in the palm of your hand. Today, we are diving deep into the story of one very special coin, the 1998 D Lincoln penny. It might look like just another cent, but some of these coins have shocked collectors and experts alike, with values reaching up to $787.96. Stay tuned till the very end because we'll explore how to identify the rare varieties, what makes them valuable, and how you can find one yourself. The beginning of the Lincoln PNNY. The Lincoln penny first appeared in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, and over the decades, it became one of the most collected coins in history, from wheat ears to the memorial design, and later to the Union Shield. Every version has its own story, but among all, the 1998 D stands out for reasons most people don't even realize. The year 1998 and the Denver Mint. Let's go back to 1998. In that year, the Denver Mint struck millions of pennies marked with the D mint mark, but not all of them were created equal. Some had small variations, minting errors, and special die details that made them rare collector's items. The 1998 D Lincoln penny has quietly become one of the most talked about coins from the late 20th century. What makes the 1998 D special now, you might ask? What makes this particular penny so interesting? It's the combination of mint errors, die varieties, and preservation quality. Some 1998 D pennies were struck with a proof-like finish, others had slight double dies, and a few had off-center strikes that collectors dream of finding. And when you find one in pristine condition, graded high by experts, its value can skyrocket. Understanding mint errors. A mint error happens when something goes slightly wrong during the coin's creation. It could be doubling, misalignment, or an unintentional design flaw. Collectors love these coins because they're one of a kind. For the 1998 D, the most valuable ones are those with clean doubling in the letters of Liberty, or the date, or a strong strike that shows crisp detail on Lincoln's face and coat. Graded value and market price. Let's talk money. A normal circulated 1998 D penny might be worth only 1 cent, but in uncirculated condition, it can go for several dollars, and the rare high-grade examples, especially those graded MS-67 or above, have sold for over $787.96. Some even higher if the coin has a special error or perfect red luster. The beauty of copper and zinc. This penny was made during the zinc ore era, 97.5% zinc with a thin copper coating. Earlier pennies were solid copper, but these newer ones still carry that same classic shine collectors love, when the copper layer is perfectly preserved without scratches or dark spots. The coin looks absolutely stunning. That's one reason why condition is everything for the 1998 D. How to identify a valuable 1998 D PNNY. Grab your magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe, look closely at the date, 1998, and the small D mint mark below. Check for doubling on the letters, any striking difference in the rim, or unusual shine. Then flip the coin over, look at the Lincoln Memorial. Can you see the statue of Lincoln clearly inside? Sharp details mean the coin was well struck, which boosts its grade and value. Where to find rare PNNEs? You don't need to be a millionaire to start collecting. These coins could be sitting in your piggy bank, coin jar, or pocket change right now. Also check rolls of pennies from the bank. Many collectors have discovered rare 1998 D coins while coin roll hunting. Estate sales, garage sales, and flea markets can also hide treasure. The market demand and collector interest. The demand for Lincoln pennies keeps growing every year. Collectors love them because they're affordable to start with but can lead to huge rewards. The 1998 D in particular attracts attention because it bridges the modern and vintage eras. It's old enough to have history but new enough that many examples are still out there waiting to be found. Record sales and auction. HIGHLIGHTS at major auctions. Certified 1998 D Lincoln pennies have fetched impressive prices. Coins graded MS-68 have gone for hundreds of dollars, while unique error examples can reach nearly $800 or more. That's right, a simple 1-cent coin turning into hundreds of dollars in value. Stories like these inspire collectors around the world to look closer at every coin they touch. How to preserve and store your souvenirs. If you find a clean 1998 D penny, never clean it with chemicals or rub it. Use soft gloves, store it in a plastic flip or airtight capsule, and keep it away from humidity. even small scratches can drop the value drastically. Professional grading can also be a great investment if your coin looks exceptional. Historical connection to Abraham Lincoln. Let's not forget the deeper meaning behind the Lincoln penny. It honors one of America's most respected presidents, Abraham Lincoln, the symbol of honesty and freedom. Holding a Lincoln penny, especially a rare one, feels like holding a small piece of American history in your hand. The future value of the 1998 D. As time passes, the number of well-preserved 1998 D pennies will continue to shrink. Collectors predict that prices will rise steadily for high-grade coins. The combination of age, rarity, and collector passion will keep pushing the market upward. So, if you have one, hold on to it. Its future could be bright. Conclusion and channel CLOSNGN. There you have it, the full story of the 1998 D Lincoln penny, from its creation at the Denver Mint to its journey into collector fame. It's more than just a coin, it's a story of history, art, and discovery. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Rare Lincoln Penny Coins. We bring you the latest updates, rare coin finds, and insider tips every week. Drop a comment below. Have you ever found a 1998 D penny? Maybe your coin could be the next one worth hundreds of dollars. Thanks for watching, and keep searching. Your next penny could be worth a fortune. Today we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating modern pennies in American coin history. The 2011 D Lincoln cent. Many people think newer pennies are worthless, but what if I told you that a simple 2011 D Lincoln penny could be worth $787.95 or even more in today's coin market? Stay with me till the end because we'll explore every detail, from the minting secrets to collector demand and value updates. Let's start the journey of the rare 2011 D Lincoln penny. The birth of the 2011 D Lincoln penny. The 2011 D Lincoln cent was minted at the Denver Mint, marked with the letter D just below the date. This penny belongs to the Lincoln Shield series, first introduced in 2010, symbolizing President Abraham Lincoln's legacy and the unity of the United States after the Civil War. The obverse still carries Lincoln's portrait by Victor David Brenner, while the reverse shows a beautiful shield representing strength and preservation of the Union. Composition and design details. The 2011 D penny is made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, with a weight of 2.5 grams. Though small and light, it carries powerful symbolism, a true piece of American history in the palm of your hand. Under magnification, you can see intricate details like the sharp edges of the shield, the inscription E pluribus unum, and the date 2011 D under Lincoln's chest. How many were minted? Now here's the interesting part. The Denver Mint produced over 4.9 billion Lincoln pennies in 2011. But not all coins are created equal. Among those billions, a few have rare minting errors, perfect condition finishes, and unique variations that turn them from 1 cent into hundreds of dollars. Rare errors that make big money. Collectors love mint errors. Some 2011 D pennies have die cracks, double die obverse, off-center strikes, or floating roof errors. If you find one with a clear double die on Lincoln's eye or the date, it could easily be worth $100 to $400 depending on condition. Perfectly preserved coins with full original mint luster can reach even higher auction prices. The grading game. MS values. Coin grading is everything in the world of numismatics. A circulated 2011 D penny might be worth only face value, just 1 cent, but a coin in mint state 67 or higher, MS 67, MS 68, can sell for hundreds of dollars. The record for a 2011 D penny graded MS 68 RD reached nearly $787.95 in auction, shocking many collectors. The value breakdown. Here's a simple breakdown of what collectors pay. Circulated 1 cent MS 60 10 cents to $0.25 MS 65 $5 to $10 MS 67 $80 to $200 MS 68 RD $787.95 or more depending on demand and luster. So always check your coins. That shiny 2011 D in your change could be a mini fortune. Part 8. Why the 2011 D penny is so popular. Even though billions were minted, the Lincoln Shield pennies are still new to many collectors. The 2011 D is part of the early Shield era, when people were still adjusting from the Lincoln bicentennial designs of 2009. Because of this, high-grade examples are in growing demand among those who collect complete Shield sets. The history behind the shield design. The Union shield on the reverse was designed by Lyndall Bass and sculpted by Joseph Mena. It features 13 vertical stripes bound by a horizontal bar with E pluribus unum across it, symbolizing the original 13 colonies united under one government. It's not just a coin, it's a tribute to America's history of strength, unity, and freedom. The minting process and quality control. Every coin goes through a powerful minting process, thousands struck per minute. During 2011, the Denver Mint's presses were under heavy use, leading to some quality inconsistencies. That's why some 2011 D pennies have slight die fatigue, weak strikes, or even small cracks, and those tiny imperfections now make them collectibles. Auction records and collector stories. Collectors have reported auction prices for 2011 D pennies reaching over $700 for top-graded coins. One collector found a brilliant red 2011 D penny in a roll from a bank and sent it to PCGS for grading. It came back MS 68 RD and later sold for $787.95 online. Stories like these inspire coin lovers everywhere to check every penny carefully. How to identify a valuable 2011 D penny. Use a magnifying glass or digital microscope. Check for bright, red original luster, no scratches or contact marks. Sharp details on Lincoln's hair and the shield lines clear and bold. D mint mark. If it looks perfect, get it graded by PCGS or NGC. Grading can unlock its true market value. Storing and protecting your rare pennies. If you find a mint condition 2011 D penny, protect it immediately. Use plastic flips, coin capsules, or airtight holders. Avoid touching the surface, even your fingerprints can reduce its value. Store in a cool, dry place away from humidity and sunlight. Remember, condition is everything in coin collecting. The future market potential. The market for modern rare pennies is rising every year. As more collectors complete their shield cent collections, high grade 2011 D pennies will become harder to find. In the next decade, the same coin worth $787.95 today could easily reach $1,000 or more as supplies shrink and demand grows. So if you own one, hold it tight. Final thoughts and channel message. The 2011 D Lincoln penny proves that even in today's pocket change, treasures still exist. A coin worth just 1 cent to most people could be worth hundreds to a collector. So never stop searching your coins. Your next discovery might be sitting right in your wallet. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Rare Lincoln Penny Coins. Join our growing community of coin lovers, and together we'll uncover the hidden value inside everyday coins. Turn on notifications so you never miss a rare coin story, a new value update, or a discovery that could make you money. Thank you for watching, and remember, every penny has a story, and some are worth a fortune. This is Rare Lincoln Penny Coins, signing off.